Okay, guys. You guys. I don't know. I'm going to say you guys are welcome, but at the same time, let me welcome you guys. I'm here to just talk about something very important, and definitely, as it has been, it's something that have actually been disturbing everybody. But like when you tend to look at, we tend to focus on some certain things. But I'm here to just actually just tell you where and what it is, and that's just the basic thing. Now, let me give you guys an example. Yes, in as much as we have government, we have president, we have, yes, like if anything is actually happening to Nigeria, somebody took an oath for the person to actually have that responsibility of welfare and security about somebody's life. So that one is there. That's the president. He took an oath. So I'm not disputing anything, but I want you guys to sit down and check something that I'm trying to put you guys through. Okay, number one, when it comes to finances, we have two segments. Where was the two segments? We have monetary policies, we have fiscal policies. We all understand that it do complement each other, but at the same time, let's just sit down and just talk about that fiscal policies. Let me just sit down and talk about that fiscal policies. Then I'll tend to understand. I'll tend to put it that way to see how it actually affects you. Now, number one, physical policies. Physical policies is just more about money. Money. It talks about money. And the funny thing about it is this: everybody's actually clamoring for money, whether you like it or not. Like even the economy is shambling, it comes about just money. But one thing you should actually check is what's actually happening in that fiscal policies. We all understand like the CBN that actually prints money, at the same time printing money has policies for banking sectors. And this is one thing we need to just sit down and focus on. See, one of the things I always tell people is this: is like try and focus on those two policies that comes in. It is one of the major things that drives Nigeria as a whole. If somebody is actually sabotaging fiscal policies, monetary policies, it will affect anybody in life. So there are some certain policies you have to educate yourself and put yourself through. And I'm not here to educate you. I'm just here to tell you some certain things and some certain losses we're actually making about what we're actually losing as a citizen. So let me give you an example now. The banking sector, the CBN governor and his entourage will make some certain policies, and when they make some certain policies, applies to the banking sectors. It's actually like a must. The banking sectors will have to take it. Now, for many years, but I know years have been inclined with the way the banking sector have actually been going in Nigeria. And I could actually tell you very, very frankly, this is why I feel banking sector is one of the industry that could actually push Nigeria to beyond in anywhere in the world. It is the banking sectors that actually push a country beyond anywhere, and is so somehow that I could actually tell you. I'm not here to criticize like 1,000 times, but like I could actually explain why I feel like yes, it's still the government, but at the same time, we should actually still focus on this aspect, the industry, that banking industry. If we focus on that the banking industry, there's some certain like 1,000 things we can actually like you can actually plug 1,000 fruits banking industry. Now let me give you how a banking industry is now. Let me give you one thing. Now, number one, cashless policy came in. Was it a long time ago? Like around good luck time. I've forgotten the exact year it came, so definitely. And cashless policy was actually a very good idea because of some certain security issues we found ourselves. But at the same time, we felt like it's actually good in a very given form because we're actually very tired of carrying big chunk of money up and down and this and that. So cashless policy was very easy for us. The policy was actually very nice at the start, but as time keeps going on, we tend to understand that there was something that was it. Now, we tend to understand that when you're printing money, when CBN is printing money, let me just put it this way: now money they follow money. So definitely you have to spend money to print money. So the government was actually like, this. So cashless was actually safe for them. It was safe, yeah, it was actually safe for them, and it was safe for us too at the same point. But like, who is going to pay the cost of the safety? Because like in life, what we tend to understand about life, what I tend to understand about life is this: if there is safety, there is a cost for it. So who is going to pay? And I'm going to tell you who is going to pay on this example. Let me give you one example now. Let me say 100,000 naira cash. 100,000 naira cash goes to 100 people today. Let me just say it goes to people today. It's going to be like still 100,000 naira. That's the value. That value still remains 100,000 naira, no matter what it is. Give you an example. 100,000 naira goes to 100 people today using transfers or POS or whatsoever. The cashless policy. Using the cashless policy. Let me just give you an estimate of 50 naira per charge. So what you're going to say is like times 100. 50 times 100. That's 5,000 naira. The funny thing that I'm going to just tell you guys is this. We understand there is a safety between the two sides. The safety of man not having this and whatsoever, and the other one of CBN not actually spending money to print money. Now, the basic truth I'm going to tell you guys is this. That 5,000 naira from that 100,000 naira that have gone to 100 people at the charge of 50 naira is being shared between the CBN and the bank. So basically, I could actually tell you that the basic cost of we being cashless is based on us. I'm just here to tell you guys. And the thing is that why I could actually tell you that, like, the government, I'm not saying, I don't want to just elaborate things. Like, one thing I tend to put myself is, I don't want to just put one problem and expand it. It's for us to understand that, yes, see, there's a problem here, you have to tackle it out. And this is it. The basic thing about it is, like, banking industries are supposed to be helping SMEs. And if banking industries are actually helping SMEs to scale out their businesses, they will actually be making more profit. But now let me give you an example. The fiscal policy is actually making them, to me, the fiscal policies I've actually been seeing for many decades of years are not actually encouraging banking industry to support SMEs. Rather, to give them a soft landing. A bit that I'm not saying about, like, I'm talking about many years. It has always been to just, like, give them. Now, when you check, banking industries don't advertise. They don't even want to even advertise. They are there, whether you like it or not, they get their profits. Every year, every time, they get their profits. And that is just exactly what we actually have. Because now, like this, they are boxed in to the point. They are actually boxed. See, let me give you an example. During the Sanusi time, that we actually have a banking meltdown during that time. During that time, the banking meltdown, I think what really happened was that the fiscal policy became very soft with the banking industry. They became 1,000 soft. And because of they became very 1,000 soft, the banking industry became cold. That's not how it should be. And as it's actually becoming more colder, it's actually affecting the people that actually partner with the banking sectors. So I actually feel like the basic thing that we could actually do is to sit down and talk about these fiscal policies and understand exactly what, if the banking industry could actually support at some certain given point about the SMEs and whatsoever,